Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm Candice Latham, and the goal of this channel is to help you navigate adulthood a bit easier in regards to your finances, your habits, and your mindset. Oh, I was hoping that I didn't show you my nails that came off. But anyway, today we are talking all about investing, okay? Everyone is talking about financial freedom is their only hope. Shout out to Jay-Z. But how exactly do we get started investing? What are the investing habits that we need to get started? Or just how do we be better at investing in general? And I have the perfect person to help answer those questions, Kevin Matthews. If you guys haven't already downloaded my freebie, make sure you click the link in my description box to grab your freebie. And I'm talking about the 10 smartest ways for you to spend your tax refund this year. You don't want to miss it. Download it below. Before I bring him on, I just want to read his bio. Kevin is the #1 best-selling author and a former financial advisor. He has helped hundreds of individuals plan for their retirement, in addition to managing more than 140 million in assets during his advisory career. By 2017, he was named one of the top most influential financial advisors by Investopedia. He launched his brand Building Bread in 2010 to inspire millennials to set, simplify, and achieve their financial goals. Of course, he's been featured all over in places like Forbes, New York Times, The Wall Street Journal, NerdWallet, and so many more. Without further ado, let's bring on Kevin. Oh, Kevin. Hey, Kevin.
Hey.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm so excited to have you here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And wow, I can't believe in your financial career, you've managed more than $140 million in assets when you were a financial advisor. That is like mind blowing.
Yeah, definitely. It's a huge number.
Such a huge number. And with the tragic passing of Kobe Bryant this week, he was a man who was able to build an amazing legacy, and he was a girl dad, and you are currently a boy dad. And I've always been inspired by you and how you've been able to build your own financial habits and then take what you've learned and pass it on to your son. And I remember day one, you being in the hospital and just sharing on Facebook that like you've already created an account and you've already started investing for your son. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so my son will be 2 years old in March. He already has more than $2,000 invested
Wow.
under his, I guess you could say his management, if you will.
Oh, I love
Um,
it.
yeah, but I mean, basically that whole thing came about. I must have been in like high school or something.
Hmm.
And or maybe college. And it was one of those articles that said, "What if you had invested, $100 in Apple in
Yep.
1989 or something like that?" And it was like some crazy number, a million or something like that. And I was like, man, if I could go back in time and have my
Hmm.
parents just invest a little bit of money in Apple or whatever the hot stock was, how much different my life would be today. And
Yep.
I kept that with me. And when we were having our son, I had the opportunity right then and there to
Mm,
never have him ask that same question. And
I
that was
love
the
it.
thing that was the thing that drove me. So I think we opened up actually a savings account for him first and then started putting a little money there. Then we got him an investment account and then we got him a college account. And I just contribute, it's like maybe $100 or $200 a month and we
Hmm.
sit down. Now, does he understand what I'm doing right now? Probably not.
No, but that's
But,
just
I
um,
picked a few stocks for him, and then we just continuously invest and just kind of set it on autopilot.
I love that so much just because just you just see how important the parents' financial habits are so they can pass that down.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
and yesterday was J. Cole's birthday and he has this one of his lyrics where he's talking about like how mama gonna teach you how to save your money when she's barely on the boat, got stay afloat money. Blacks always broke because we don't know money.
yeah.
And it's just like, well, money and now he doesn't have to start from zero. So that's just so powerful.
Right, right.
But for people who don't know anything about like investing, like where do you suggest like people start? I know that some people like I want to start investing, I just don't know where to start. So when people ask you that, what advice do you have for them?
Yeah, that is the biggest question I always get on email, Instagram, Twitter. It's just like, where do
Hmm.
I start? Because it is a huge topic. And if you are just diving into the ocean, it makes it very difficult to get started, right? So
Yep.
I always say, just to break things down, you don't have to invest in every single thing
Hmm.
all at the same time. And
Okay.
from an advisor's perspective, I did not, when I first started, I did not invest in individual stocks. I started
Okay.
with mutual funds, and when I got really comfortable and I understood it, then I moved to stocks. When I got real comfortable and understood it, then I moved to the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. So break it down in
Hmm.
phases. If you pick one thing Get really good at that one thing and then move to the next. That's the first one. Second, the easiest way, if you have access to it, so if you have a retirement account, your job, a 401k, or 403b, that is the absolute easiest way to start. And the
Hmm.
reason why it's easy is because they narrow the choices for you. So if you go, just there are, I don't know, like 10,000 stocks out there, right? Like it's really
Hmm.
hard to pick which one is the right one for you,
Yeah.
or 30 or whatever. But if you have a job that offers a 401k, they give you like a menu, and
Hmm.
they narrow it down. Maybe it's 12, maybe it's 15 different funds, and you can just start there. But the reason why it's easy is, one, you don't have to have a whole lot of money to do it. You can just do, I suggest 15%, get as close as you can in that number. If you can only do 3%, do 3%. A lot of people think that you have to have a lot of money, that you have to put in $1,000 a month or $500 a month. Just put in a percentage, whatever you can, get comfortable with that, and start there.
I like that because that's building, that habit of consistently investing.
Yep.
And you had shared something on your Instagram account where you said there is no compounding without consistency.
Yep.
So for those who don't know what compounding is, could you just explain what compounding is for the people?
Yeah, the easiest way to say to illustrate what compounding is. So, for example, if I invest $1, right,
Hmm.
and I get 10% off of that $1, then I get 10 cents.
Okay.
So the compounding is a 10 cents. And now if it compounds again, I have $1.10 times the other
Oh,
10.
the other 10%. Okay.
Yeah, so
So
it's hard
it's,
to do without like writing out the math.
yep.
But basically, that 10 cents is now going to grow at 10% too. And the more I grow, then that extra growth, that 10 cents also becomes a dollar. And the 10 cents also becomes $5. So I have what I put in plus the growth on top of the growth, essentially.
Yes. So it's just like money on money, basically.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's basically your money is making money. And I like to say that I want my money to go to work every day, so I don't have
Hmm.
to.
Oh, I love that. Yes, that is definitely goals for sure. So
Hmm.
that is, I know a lot of people sometimes are like, well, why is investing better than saving? And it's just because our savings account can only make so much. It's not growing like and it would be growing in the stock market.
Yeah, yeah. The rates are different. You might get lucky if you make 2% in a bank account, and you do need a savings account, but like you're not gonna get nowhere at 2% a year.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
Whereas the
exactly.
stock market is growing at 7, 8, 9% on average every year. Like you're gonna outpace that easily if you're investing your money properly.
Okay. So when you were a financial advisor, you were obviously investing a lot of wealthy people's money. What are like a few habits that you noticed that these people had when it came to like investing?
Yeah, I think the best clients, their habits were, number one, patience. You have to
Mm,
understand that 90% of the time when you invest money in something is not going to pay off and double overnight. A lot of people have the expectation that I invested in Netflix and it's going to double and I'm gonna take the money and go on vacation like that. And it all sounds good, but that's not.
yeah.
Sometimes it may take a year. Sometimes it may take 6 months before you really start to see those gains. So that's one thing, is that coming in with the right expectations and understanding that it can take time and it's okay that it takes time. And the second thing is actually being consistent. Another thing I see, especially with beginners, is they put, let's say, $100 into one stock,
Hmm.
and that's it. And it grows a little bit. You're like, hey, I made $5. Like, okay.
Yeah.
The key is doing it consistently. So when you are investing $100 a month, that's where you really start to see the power of investing versus
Hmm.
just doing it one time and never touching it again. One thing I have on my site at buildingbread.com/2000, I have a generational wealth building chart, and it shows you
Awesome.
how you can make your kids a millionaire. But here's the thing: it shows you if you did, I think it's like $1,000 one time, and it takes
Hmm.
like 60 years for that to become a millionaire. But if you did it $1,000 a year, you do it by like age 18 or 19 or something like that. So like it shows
Wow.
the consistency of doing it every single year versus doing it one time and never touching it.
That's a huge difference. 60 years versus
Yeah,
like
yeah,
18
like
to
it's
20 years.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like you have to understand, like you can do it, but are you willing to wait that long? If you're consistent, you can hit the same goal, but you can do it a whole lot sooner if you're consistent with those efforts.
Yes. So I think the mindset plays a big role in investing too, because like you said, a lot of people are just like, how long is it going to take me to double my money? Like, that's all I want to know.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So mindset is huge. So a lot of people are also afraid, like, you know what, I'm afraid to invest because what if I lose all my money? What if the market crashes and now all my money is gone? So how do you help people with that fear?
Yeah, so I generally there are two things on that one. The first one is when has anyone when has anyone actually seen their investment go down to absolute zero? That has
It's true.
almost never ever happened.
Hmm.
The second thing is 2 years. So a recession on average lasts about 18 months. So
Okay.
no, those 18 months are not fun, but after, when we hit 2007, 2008, by 2010, we we're at all-time highs at that point, and people's money had doubled from the time that they had lost all that money. So that's where
Wow.
that patience part comes in. The other thing too is look at it how you would any other item, right?
Hmm.
If I went and bought, if I'm looking to buy a MacBook and all of a sudden it's half off, I'm buying it. Like that
Yep.
is a deal for me.
It's
Like,
a great
please sign
deal.
me up. I'm getting all the MacBooks now. So that's the same thing in most cases with the stock market. If you believe and know that Apple is a great stock and you know it's going to be something that's valuable, just like a MacBook over time, and the price drops significantly, then I'm going to buy it at a discount. I'm going to hold
Hmm.
on to it for the long term. And that's the mindset that long-term investors have to have. Like, it's on sale right now. Only if I know that this is going to be a solid company. Now, if it ain't going to be
Yep.
solid, just leave it alone. But if you know it's going to be a solid company, it's half off, buy it when it's cheap, and then sell it when it's high 2, 3, 4 years later.
Okay. That's a good point. So I think that would definitely help a lot of people because some people are still very much like, I'm just going to keep my money in my savings account under my
Yeah.
mattress. But
And I'll say this too, like when we study the data, like I'm a data person, like
hmm.
we're all emotional, right? And that's
Yep.
me too. I lose money, like I'm like, oh my God, like what happens? Like what should I do? Like remember the whole Brexit thing and the market crashed, right? And everybody was upset and like, what is Brexit? What does this mean? Why am I losing money? 6 months later, all-time high. Nobody just completely forgot all about that, right?
Yep.
Uh, but over a 3-year rolling period. So let's say 2007, 2010, 2010, 2013, and like it just continues rolling.
Hmm.
You have like an 80% chance of making money over a 3-year period. When you go 5 years, that percentage goes up to about 97% when you're investing over a 5-year time span. This is going all the way back
Oh, wow.
1950s. When you do it over a 10-year span, you have a 99% chance of making money. So that's
Yep.
the patience part and zooming out and saying, okay, if you're trying to buy and sell within a day, within a week, that's risky.
Yep.
You probably are going to lose money. But the longer you zoom back and the longer you wait and just let that investment actually grow, your chances of making money are a lot higher than most people think.
Yeah, so it goes back to mindset, consistency, and patience. Those are
Yep.
like the three keys. Now,
Yeah, definitely.
obviously, we cannot go into every detail about how to start investing, but luckily, you did create a course, and
Yep.
you have a course called the Perfect Portfolio Course.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. And in this course, you teach new investors how to choose their own investments. You also have like a test feature in there so they can test it before actually spending money, which is awesome. You have so many great things in this course. You also have like a savings, I think you said it's like a savings analysis, like just to help people how to get started investing their first, how to save your first $1,000 to start investing.
Yep.
And it's perfect time. It's tax refund season.
Yeah.
People out there, y'all have extra money. And I think this course is super affordable. And it's only $147, which is just like, wow. Because if you're talking about, having consistency to start investing and you want to start investing your money, you're going to need a lot of money to start investing. So it's like, if you don't
Yeah.
have that 147 to even learn about how to invest your money, I don't know.
Right, right. And that's the thing. Like I wanted to make sure. So like in my advisory career, one of the reasons why I transitioned is because like I was only helping people who had $250,000 in cash and up,
Wow. In
which means
cash.
in cash, in cash. So if you didn't have the 250, you can come sit in my office. And I
Wow.
learned a lot from that experience,
Yep.
but I realized that my own parents couldn't afford to sit with me.
Yep.
And I think that's not necessarily fair. So
Hmm.
people need advice. I wanted to put the course that was going to be give the exact same thing I was giving those high net worth clients, but
Yep.
at a price range where like regular people could actually afford it and then have more money to actually invest. I could have charged $3,000 for that course. It would still
Yeah,
be a good
you
deal,
could.
right?
Yep. Yeah,
Like
definitely.
250, you know. But like if you're investing, if you're paying 3,000, like how much do you really have left over to actually
To
invest?
actually start investing. So
Yeah,
wow,
so I
147,
wanted
that's a great price.
yeah, like it's an amazing price. You have unlimited access to the course. You can email, ask questions, and again, like you said, the testing feature is my favorite part. And it's the thing that most of my students love because
Yep.
we all have like we all think we have like great ideas, right? And we
Hmm.
say like, oh, if I invest in this stock, I could have had X amount. Well, actually, you can test it. You can test it to find out. Like for
Nice.
example, like that's my thing. Like nobody likes to lose money, right?
Yep.
Nobody likes to invest and lose money. And we're not perfect. So what I did, I avoided losing $2,000 in a stock because
Wow.
tested out. It was GE at the time, and this was about a year and a half ago. So I'm
Okay.
like, okay, I think GE is going to be a great stock. I want to invest. At the time, it was like $2,000 or $3,000.
Hmm.
I tested it first, right? Before
Okay.
why spend my own money if why not be 100% sure?
Yep.
I turned around, the stock was down like 50%. I had lost
Wow.
I would have lost a
You would
ton
have
of money,
lost.
but because I practiced what I preach and I
Hmm.
went through everything I do in the course, I'm like, hey, that's not a good stock for me, and left it alone. If you check GE now, like if you would check a chart, it's just going straight down, or at least it has for
Wow.
the last like 2.5, 3 years. So that's one of the things I enjoy. One of the things, again, I practice what I preach, and things my students enjoy because they can see, like, oh, you thought this was going to be a great idea, but you
Yep.
can go and see whether or not it's worth putting your money into, or rather, what to expect on how soon that money starts to return.
That's awesome. I love that because sometimes people are just like investing is gambling, and but if you know what you're doing, if you have like an expert to help you and teach you the way, it's not like gambling because
Right,
you have the
right.
strategies, you laid out everything there to help people. So again, this is the perfect portfolio course. It is an amazing. I can't even believe the price. That y'all better get it before he changes his mind and just decides to
Right, before
raise
it
the
goes up.
rent. But thank you so much again, Kevin, for being here, for sharing these gems with us, for spending your time with us. We really appreciate you being here. And again, if you guys want to keep up with Kevin, you can purchase the course or you can keep up with him on his website, buildingbread.com. You're also on Instagram. You're always dropping great tips on Instagram and Twitter. And it's on Twitter, you're at Building Bread.
Yep.
Twitter and Instagram at Building Bread. So make sure you guys follow and keep up with Kevin. And thank you again, Kevin, so much. Appreciate you being here today.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thanks so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you are looking to get serious about your investing goals this year, you need this course in your life. You know, last year you said you were going to do it, and if you didn't do it, now is the time. You have the perfect guide to help you get started and to help you learn more about how to just know more about stocks, and so you can feel confident about investing. That's all I have for you guys today. If you're not already on my email list, I would love to see you on there with your free guide on the 10 smart ways for you to spend your tax refund this year. All right, guys, until next time, I will see you later. Bye, guys.